Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvaldo here, and since you enjoyed that much the last history of when I talked about the events on 4th of July and the chests on sale that were in the previous years, right now I'm going to talk about the events that were on Labor Day in the previous years and what we might expect this year, though keep in mind that is not 100% guaranteed that this will be an event that will happen. It's just a speculation that there will be sales on the Labor Day, since there have been sales in the past year and they tend to celebrate this. So with all that being said, join me as we take a look at to the past sales that were on Labor Day. Like, comment and subscribe if you like this video, dislike it if you dislike it, maybe hit that bell button to not miss an upload, and let's get into it. Okay, starting off with 2017. In 2017, at that point, they were just they have just released the game a few months earlier, and they were adding characters like crazy, and they didn't do that many events. And considering the Labor Day, they didn't do anything on Labor Day in 2017. So yeah, nothing to see over there. Let's move on to 2018. In 2018, same as it happened with the 4th of July event, with this event they screwed up. At least they added it this year, but they screwed up a little bit more actually, and all they did was increase the bonus gems that you would get for your gem packs in the offer store. Like, don't get me wrong, at least you did something, but at least do something for the goddamn free-to-play players, if you are already at celebrating something. And they kinda got the gist of it in the future. Actually not sure, because we have seen a very similar thing this year with Father's Day celebrations, where they only reduced the special offers, not caring about the people that didn't really look forward to spending money on the game. Yet again, it's up to you if you want to spend money or not. My point is just that if you're going to do an event, you should do an event that is going to have into consideration both free-to-play players and both pay-to-play players. And they kind of failed to do that, focusing only on one side of the spectrum with each event, and that's not a good way to do. But at least from this year's event, we got a more closer look at the techness of Power Girl. Yeah, with all that being said, let's move on to the 2019 event. In 2019, they didn't do that much, but they did, in a way, enough to make it worth it. So they reduced by 25% two chests that have not really been present in the store in the recent times. They are going to be chests for League of Anarchy. There is League of Anarchy Trio, which has the look of a shard chest, and at the same time there is the League of Anarchy chest, which yet again has not been present in the recent times. And those were after the reworks of the League of Anarchy characters. So yeah, at that point those were very good sales, because the League of Anarchy characters just had their reworks, and they were very powerful indeed. So they reduced the amount of gems you needed to spend on those chests. Unfortunately, I don't have... wait, let me actually Google it. Okay, so I actually found the stats for the both chests that were on sale at that point. Unfortunately, I haven't seen those chests in a very long time, and I don't think they will be reintroduced. But basically, when opening those chests, let's talk first about the Anarchy Trio chest. With this one you had guaranteed shards for the League of Anarchy characters, and that's very good, because usually when you have guaranteed shards or something, for example Batman Ninja Team, Justice League Team or something like that, there are some characters that are undesirable characters to get from that. There are some bad drops. Over here we have Entangling Poison Ivy, Last Left the Joker, and Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. Over here you ain't gonna see no bad drops. You are going to spend your gems and you are going to get various amounts of shards. Yes, 20 hero shards is not that good of a drop, but at least you have the guarantee that you are going to get one of those three characters, and they are all good. And it was on the original price of 2050, and it was reduced by 25%. And the chances were 55% for 20 shards, 30% for 40 shards, 12% for 60 shards, 2% for 80 shards, and 1% for 160 shards. While looking at this, you are most likely going to get around 40 chests. You're going to get around 400 chests for that specific character, for one of the characters, by opening 10 of them. And that is honestly, if you look at in just 2 mobile chests in general, those are actually pretty good odds. Because usually with the chest, you are not, with the basic chest for example, you are not even guaranteed to get a gold one opening 10. Over here, when you open 10, you are guaranteed to get almost the 4 stars amount of shards for 3 characters that you are guaranteed to want. So this was a good chest, and the sale of it just made it an amazing chest to open at that point. And the other chest was a chest that was a little bit worse than the other one, in my opinion. It was called the League of Anarchy. Like, yeah, that's why they called this new one the Joker League of Anarchy or something, because they already had the League of Anarchy chest and they pulled it out. And this one had 8% chance for Last Left the Joker shards, 8% chance for Entangling Poison Ivy shards, 6% chance for Heartbreaker Harley Quinn shards, and 78% gold shards. So yeah, just this was in my opinion much worse than the other one, because while it had pretty high chances to get those specific heroes, the other one had 100% chances to get shards for one of the 3 heroes. And this one had a very high chance to get gold hero shards. So yeah, gold hero shards suck. You're going to most likely get 20 shards for Swamp Thing and stuff like that. This was not so bad chest compared to what we get sometimes these days, but definitely not as good as the other one. But also had a 25% reduction. It was as cheap as 187 gems. So yeah, at that point even this was worth it, but the other one that was up there was just so much worth it. So yeah, this was everything they did in this year, in 2019, and to be honest, it was pretty good. It was pretty good in terms of how things were going back then. It was pretty good in terms of the fact that they just reworked those characters, and instead of putting them straight away under a wall, which they did afterwards by changing the chests, but at least after the reorg they were like, let's give them, let's make them cheaper and let's make sure as many people are able to get them, I guess. This was good. 2019 sale was good. So that was everything for 2019. Now let's talk maybe a little bit about what I'm expecting from 2020, and let's get into that. So in 2020, with the way the sales are going right now, I don't think we will get introduced to a new material chest, to a new gear materials chest, because they have tried to do that in the anniversary events and in the Easter events, and those chests were, the anniversary one was decent, the Easter one was pretty much crap. I don't think they did receive that much good feedback upon those chests, and they didn't get that many purchases, and that is why they did not introduce a new one in the 4th of July sale. And in the sale they never introduced a gear pack or some sorts of that, so there's no precedent towards that over here. So we're most likely not going to get the gear pack, because gear packs right now in Just Mobile are at the point where the way they give them right now, they are not really worth buying, and if they would give more, they think that they would give too much for us in terms of gear reforges and gear materials. So we are not likely to see that. In terms of other chests that like shard chest, we might actually see a League of Anarchy chest, because it's a year since their rework. Maybe they will do something a little bit of a reminder, like, look guys, they've been reworked for 1 year, do you have fun with them? Well, we might get something like that. I hope for the old chest, but most likely if we are going to get a reduction, it will be on the new chest, which is pretty crap. But yeah, we can take a reduction on that. Like, if we are guaranteed that we are not going to get a better League of Anarchy chest, then that is one of the only ways to get Entangling Poison Ivy, unfortunately, unless you get really lucky and get that from Soul Ray drops. And other than that, maybe sales on the new artifact chest, because the artifact chest, they have introduced it before. a couple months ago or something like that, and it has been in the store 3 times so far. Once after being introduced, once on sale, and actually the third time is not yet introduced. Sorry, over there, a little bit of a spoiler. It's going to come back later today or tomorrow in the store, the artifact chest, but it's not going to be anymore on sale. And most likely people are not going to buy it because you just had it on sale in the previous event. And people are going to be like, oh, I missed the chance to buy it for cheaper, I'm not going to buy it right now. So yeah, they might see that it's not getting bought and they might introduce this in the sale. And even if I got so crap rewards last time I opened that, to be honest, I got some materials, I got my old blades upgraded, so I think I'll myself go for that. And other than that, I don't know what to expect. What I would like to see is 2 things. First of all, do focus on both players. Focus on the free-to-play players with some discounts on some chests, and focus on the play-to-play players to make some discounts on offers or make some interesting bundles for people to buy. Because you need to focus on the both sides of the player base in order to make everyone happy. And on the other hand, maybe do some reduction on the premium chest, and the good premium chest like the silver bench one, because that way even the newest players will be able to kind of benefit from that sale. The artifact chest sale would be very welcome if it happens, and I don't know, maybe a League of Anarchy hell for the sale for the heck of being 1 year since we had the last one. I'm sorry guys, I'm getting tired at this point, and I think I'll wrap the video up at this point. So yeah, this is what happened in both previous years. This is what I would like to see and what I'm expecting to see this year. They might as well even 100% forget about it. Also, the 4th of June, the Labor Day. It's a worldwide event, but I think it's a little bit more American related, so they might stay a little bit away from that because of the political backlash that's right now in America. They did the same with the 4th of July, like they did a sale, but they didn't market it as a 4th of July sale, they marketed it as a summer sale, so they might 100% just ignore the Labor Day sale. That's also a chance, but I hope for the best. Hopefully you get something good, and I'm definitely going to save my gems up for that. Maybe not for now because it's going to be a long time until we get there, but eventually I will start saving up for that. So this was everything for this one. Like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Dislike it if you dislike it. Maybe hit that bell button to get notified for every single upload, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, on a second note, Labor Day is not really an American iconic celebration. I mean, it's celebrated in America, but I'm not sure it's iconic. So, by that I did not mean to offend anybody, I just suck at history, and I'm sorry. See you guys!